What is the perfect candy to me? There's so many things to choose from. I feel like I get tired of things after a while, and then I move on to other things. I like variety. I keep coming back to things with caramel and chocolate and pecans, chocolate and nuts. Those tend to be my favorites. Candy making is an art form. I consider it a lost art. You don't see it as much as you used to see it. I feel like things are better when they're handmade. On some level, I consider myself an artist. We're sort of communicating, using candy as the medium, using candy as the canvas. We're using candy to provide an experience for people. I think there's an art in that. I guess I've been doing this for about 25 years now. Sort of gave me a knowledge in a field that few people have. I like working in the kitchen and coming up with new recipes, or just working on a product line. It's kind of my favorite thing to do.
Pete is a very hard worker. He can be hard on himself. I think Pete's greatest strength as a candy maker is that he can figure out how to scale something. You know, I think a lot of people can really make a great piece of candy, but Pete can figure out how to make it, have it taste good, and have it have a shelf life, and be able to make thousands of them, which is a whole different skill set.
I see myself as like the old-fashioned candy maker, the throwback, the kind of, we still pull candy on the hook. And there's certain things that you can do with handmade candy that doesn't translate to mass manufacturing.
There's a level of frustration, right, when he's in there just making stuff up and putting it on the shelf, and he gets all the employees excited about it. He loves being in the kitchen.
I like to think, candy making comes from the heart. It's about using candy as a means to communicate. We're communicating feelings of joy and happiness, and so the human element is necessary. Without it, there's no heart.
When Pete gets excited about making candy, he gets a little giddy. If you ask some of our employees, he gets really excited when he comes up with a new recipe. And sometimes it does have to be reeled in.
I guess it's a fantasy in a way, but it's a reality. It's living the dream. Wouldn't everybody want to do this?
I would definitely call Pete an artist. Obviously, because of his creativity and the things that he's able to do. And then, living with him, he definitely has an artist temperament.
And I feel like we have a store that speaks to people. You sort of get lost in it, and it's hard not to get lost in this type of a world.
Pete has definitely failed, which is what makes him successful.
I feel like you got to get through a few failures to get to a success.
Certainly in our past, we, grew a business to 30 stores, and during the economy, had to sell that business and leave really with less than nothing, with debt, and start all over again from the very, very bottom of sharing a car.
A bad period, yeah, we ran out of everything. We were done. And we were just, trying to come up with something. But what made it easier, or what made it doable, I guess you could say, is that we enjoy what we do. just have that in your life. Or I don't know what you got. Is that too hot?
Yeah, you can see it.
Failure is not an option. Your failures are your failures until you walk away from something. And you're not thinking about failure like I'm going to quit. That's not what you're ever going to do. You look at what's not working and you fix what isn't working. Failure isn't an option for us because we're going to figure it out. We're the kind of people who figure things out. And we don't give up. People enjoy the experience most of all. When they come in, it's like a different world. And I think that's the ultimate thing, entity, or whatever that we've created is this world that people have imagined. Everybody imagines the perfect candy store. And I feel like in so many ways we've created that. And I feel excited, and it's fun, and every time I come into the building, it's more than just candy. It's this little world or whatnot that we've created. I just want to continue to get more proficient in our craft. I want to do more interesting things with hard candy and art candy, and I do candy because candy is my life. I enjoy it. It's my favorite thing to do. I like all aspects of the business. There's so many things that you can do with candy. It makes people happy. And there's something magic about candy. I feel like that's why we do it. It's happiness.